Yo, what's going on YouTube? Zach with IT Career Questions here. Getting ready for Blackhat. It's coming out. I'll be leaving for Vegas Monday. Leaving for Vegas on Monday, which is absolutely freaking crazy to me because I've never been to Vegas before. So I'm really excited about that, let alone like Blackhat in general, because that's just going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to meet a lot of people there and have some good conversations with people and learn a lot, really. But you know, the most important thing that I'm doing out there is live streaming the Game of Titans Championship, which is basically there's going to be 10 people there, 10 of the finalists who made it to the championship. They were all playing on the Project Ares platform, went through a couple missions. Whoever did the best won a spot won a spot for one of the seats in the Game of Titans Championship. So I'll be there live streaming the whole event, and I'll hopefully be doing some interviews with people while I am there. And yeah, I don't know. I had to go buy like this big old Pelican case so it could hold my computer. I got cameras I got to bring. All the accessories for all that stuff. Like, there's so much stuff to bring. Like, it's ridiculous. What's going on, Mafia Boy? How you doing, sir? So yeah, there's lots of stuff I got to bring, and then, yeah, this case, this Pelican case. I don't know if you guys know what a Pelican case is. I could probably pull one up here. Let's do that. Let's pull up a Pelican case. 2875. I should just go grab the case and show you, but it's in the house and I'm outside, so we're not going to grab that. Let's change windows here real quick. This one, yeah. The resolution on this this MacBook with streaming is so goofy. I haven't quite figured out why it's so dumb like that. But anyway, this is this big old Pelican case, and I'm telling you, it's big and it's heavy. Like, I mean, heavy for a case that has nothing in it. It's pretty heavy. But basically, my desktop computer, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the desktop computer that I have that I just built, that's going in this bad boy. And that is pretty much the only thing that can fit in there. I'm actually going to try to shove some clothes and stuff in there. Just because I really don't want to carry like all these freaking bags. And I know like I'm not going to have a choice. So I'm going to try and do what I can to jam everything together. We'll see how that goes. I'm not holding my breath on that one. But yeah, it should be interesting. If you see me going through the airport and I got like 12 bags and I got this big old Pelican case, it probably won't be pretty. But that's all right. And it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to bring this bag on the plane with me. I think it's going to cost like $150 at least each way. So just to bring my computer there, $150, and then to bring it back home, another $150. It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, Mafia Boy. I was looking at the transporter bags and stuff like that, but I figure this is the best route. This is going to be my safest route, and I don't. Yeah, I'm really worried about it. I'm actually thinking about taking the side panels off of the case because those panels, the glass panels, are really heavy. And of course, with flying on an airplane, the heavier your case is, the more money it costs. So here are the interior dimensions. I know, Bradley, you were asking what the measurements were. Here's the interior dimensions. And I don't know. I should have the outer dimensions. But so the thing about this case, the real funny thing about this case is, you have to have a suitcase in order to like meet like this different criteria with how they price all the bags and stuff like that. Your bag has to be under 62 linear inches, and this bag is like 61 and a half linear inches. So, like, right there. It's like right there. So, hopefully they don't give me a hard time about it, because as soon as your bag goes over 62 linear inches, they like immediately throw on like another, I don't know, $50 or $75 charge or something ridiculous. And that's just insane. I don't want to mess with that. No, thank you. So, uh, used to do that 3 times a year, every year for 3 years at university. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it could be a good idea. Just built a i7 8700K. Yep. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm actually loving my new computer. As a lot of people I think who watch my channel know, like I'm a pretty big fan of the Mac, and like I'm on my Mac right now. Clearly, I love the Mac. Right? Don't get me wrong. It's great. It's a great computer. Does everything that I need to do, and it's portable, which is the best thing about it. Like I can edit videos and edit pictures and stuff, all on wherever I'm at, and it does a pretty good job. Does a pretty good job. But the new desktop that I built, man, that thing just crushes this thing. Like just absolutely crushes it. So I've been using that desktop a lot. I'm out in the garage, so there's lots of flies and crap. I need to get like a one of those electric things, and I don't know, maybe some candles or something. It's crazy. So anyway, I figured I'm kind of getting all my stuff together right now. I made this like whole list of things that I have to bring, and it's almost like an entire page, like 2 columns worth of stuff, because I'm literally trying to list out like every single thing that I need so I don't forget anything. I pretty much got that done. I don't have like my clothes and like deodorant and all that stuff on that list yet, because for me, like the most important stuff is all my technical things that I need to bring. So that's been fun. That's been fun getting that list together. These headphones I just ordered. Just ordered like the other day, and they came. They were supposed to come tomorrow. These are some sweet Logitech headphones. So they're really sweet. So I like these. I like these headphones a lot, and they reduce like so much noise, and it's freaking crazy. Love it. So hopefully I'll be using these at the Blackhat. Yo, what's going on, Dakota? What's going on, Dinakar? How you guys doing today? Doing great. Doing fantastic. So I got a big TV set up over here that's plugged into another computer, so I can kind of monitor the live chat, because trying to do everything from this Mac, it's not very good. It it whines at me and cries at me. So you're Dinakar from India. All right, man. How you doing? Glad you could be here. You're tempted to get a 1080 Ti hybrid, but waiting on Gamescom just in case NVIDIA announce anything. I'm sure they will announce something. They always announce something. And the moment that you buy something else, or buy whatever, they're going to announce another new thing. It's the way that it always goes. Like, I wish that I would have waited another year to buy the Mac. Like, I just bought this MacBook Pro last year, like right around this time. And I wish that I would have waited. I wish I would have waited a year, because now they have freaking MacBook Pros with 32 gigs of RAM. I'm so salty about that, because I really wanted 32 gigs of RAM. The 1090 Ti, yeah, I'll probably have that. The 1180. Rex, just discovered my channel yesterday. You've been binge watching my videos. You're currently in the recruitment process for your first IT job, and already learned a lot from me. You are very welcome. I'm glad that I can help you. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. I say that all the time. I feel like every time I'm on a live stream and somebody like thanks me, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for letting me help you. That's what I want to do. Dinakar, you can look up the scope for the CCIE online at cisco.com. They'll give you a lot of information about the CCIE. I can't give you all the information about the CCIE. What's up, your mother-in-law, Debbie? How's your mother-in-law, Debbie, doing? What's going on, Debbie? How you doing today? What's going on? What's new? What's happening? What's going on, Angel from New York? It's good to see you as well. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Boone says that they've been working in the cell phone computer repair industry for about 2 years, thinking about getting CompTIA IT Fundamentals as your first certification. Well, I feel like if you already kind of have a fundamental knowledge of computers, that the IT Fundamentals certification is useless. I mean, the IT Fundamentals certification is something that I would recommend, like, like old people get if they were interested in computers, if they were interested in that route and like they had no idea. Also, like salesmen who are working in that IT sector, the IT Fundamentals cert would be a good certification to go with, just so they kind of understand the different lingo and things like that. But if you're looking to get into the field and you're really serious about it, I really don't think the IT Fundamentals cert is the way to go. That's just like, oh my gosh, it's so basic. I mean, it's really so basic. So I would tell you probably get the A plus. One, you're definitely going to learn a lot more than the fundamentals there, and then two, a lot of businesses and stuff out there, they want that they want that A plus certification. So Shaw. So it's 2016 for sure, hands down. Now there is like I wouldn't say like a huge difference between 2016 and 2012. 2012 I can't stand. Like, I hate what they did with Server 2012. That is by far probably the worst rendition of Server that they've ever released. It is just freaking terrible. And that's mainly because they don't have the start menu, and it has like that stupid touch interface type of thing. But who's gonna use a server on a touch? You know what I mean? Like, nobody's gonna use a server with a touch screen. Get out, just get out. So stupid. But yeah, Server 2016. That's the way to go for sure, hands down. Whatever you learn in Server 2016, you can take into Server 2012 if you're in an environment that has Server 2012. Like I said, not much is going to be different other than you're going to have to figure out how to navigate without the stupid start button. But whatever. Just makes me frustrated. What am I planning on my CCNA videos? So CCNA videos, they're probably going to come more than likely once I'm like halfway done with the Microsoft certifications that I'm talking about. So right now with me going to Vegas, I'm going to be a little bit behind on some of the videos that I had planned out that I'd wanted to do. So this kind of takes like precedence for me. So once I get back from Vegas, we're going to get back on the Microsoft certification route, and then we'll start touching into the Cisco certifications. So we got a little bit of time before Cisco starts popping. Let's see. You wanted to watch? Shadow says you wanted to watch some of my stream before your MTA security test. All right, man. Good luck on your security test. That's awesome. I look happy to be in the thumbnail. Clickbait. Oh man, do I look happy in that thumbnail? I forgot to change it. I didn't forget to change the thumbnail. I was just too lazy to change the thumbnail today. So that's my bad. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's whatever. It's just the thumbnail, right? I can change that later. The important thing is I'm live right now. Yes, Mafia is doing Server 2016. Every other Microsoft OS that they make are good. So Windows 7. Yeah, Windows 10 is definitely what Windows 8 should have been, for sure. I actually like Windows 10. Like, I enjoy it. I was a huge fan of Windows 7. Windows 7 was, like, I mean, Windows XP was really great too. So it's probably at the time I'd be like, yeah, Windows XP is the best when that was like the big thing. But Windows 7 was like the best at the time, and now Windows 10 comes around, and it definitely shook up everything with Windows 8 and Windows 10 with the way that everything's kind of done. But I like it. I mean, I really like it. I enjoy it. You know, for a Microsoft operating system, you need 3 supercomputers to run Windows Vista. That's for sure. You absolutely do. You need like at least 128 gigs of RAM on each of them as well. You enjoyed 10, skipped 8, and 8.1. Yeah, I tried out 8 and 8.1, and I just hated it. Like, I think, not immediately, I think I gave it like a couple weeks when I was playing with 8, and I just couldn't handle it. I was done with it. It was just so terrible. It made me so frustrated. Dakota, we're going to get you on for an interview when I get back, so that's what you can help with, doing an interview. You know, and then lately I've been learning a lot of Linux and stuff like that, which has been a lot of fun. I bought this right here, this Raspberry Pi. It's kind of hard to see because my lighting sucks in here. There you go. Bought this little cute little Raspberry Pi guy probably about a month and a half ago, and I just set this up last night. I just went through this process of setting it up last night. I'm really excited for this. Really excited to play around more with this. This thing is like, this is so cool. I love this. I love that it's running Linux. It's so cute. Just so cute. Let's see. You just replaced and deployed new machines to replace the last of Windows XP. Oh my gosh. You know it's like 2018, bro. It's a long time. I was always irritated, like, when I worked at the hospital because, let's see, it's probably, what, 2017 or 2016 when I finished that project, that same exact project of moving all of our XP machines to Windows 7. And then there was still, and there probably still is to this day right now, Windows XP machines in their environment because of legacy software that they just haven't had a chance to upgrade, or they don't want to spend the money, or whatever the case could be. There's probably still at least 5, I would say. Probably 3 to 5 XP machines in their environment. And it's friggin' terrible. It drives me insane. But, yeah, I did that same project. I replaced 300 computers. I started with 326, I think. That sounds kind of familiar. 326. And when I left, I think there was like 8 left. But I'm pretty sure they replaced some of them since I've been gone. So, yeah. I feel your pain there, though. How do I stay motivated after a long day of IT? I drink. I come home. I get drunk. Drink away my sorrows and my pain and the misery that all my end users put me through. Just kidding. No. I don't do that. You're always going to run into either your end users who are just going to, give you a really hard time and make you have a bad day. You're going to run into, your bosses and stuff like that are going to give you a hard time and make you have a bad day as well. That's part of working. There's no getting around that. You're always going to work with people who are going to make you mad and thus result in you having a bad day. I think for me, what I've always done when, end users kind of really drove me crazy for the day and really ruined my day is the actual act of separating work from home. And that's kind of like this this attitude or this feeling that you have to build into, because that takes time. It takes time to actually walk out of work and then just completely change your mindset. But you have to, because if you don't, you're just going to be miserable all the time. You're going to leave work miserable, or you're going to be at work miserable. You're going to leave work miserable. You're going to be at home being miserable, and then you're going to wake up miserable and then dreading the entire day because the day before was just terrible. So there's something to be said about that separation between work and home. And that was one big thing that I always had to try to do, is just forget about it, like walk out of work and say, all right, I'm done. Forget work. I'm going to go home. I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm going to watch a movie, whatever that case may be. It's literally just trying to say, all right, this is work. This is home. So what kept me motivated was just knowing that I get to go home. I get to spend time with my family. I get to, do something completely different. I just forget about it. And then the next day comes and then I deal with it. But you also just have to know that it's going to be expected. You're always going to run into that. That's always going to be an issue. So once you accept that and then try to figure out how you separate that work from home thing, you'll be all right. You'll be all good. Man, these stupid flies. Dang, Shadow Tat's going to walk away with 9 certs. It's baller status right there. In my opinion, what does the IT industry in demand for? Security, programmers, developers. There's a lot of things happening right now. I mean, there's really a lot of things that are happening and going to continue to happen. So, I think those two are really, really important. Those two are probably some of the most important ones right now, like right this second. You ask me right now, that's my answer right now. You ask me tomorrow, I could change, based on, whatever the industry does. Something could happen, and now you need to focus on AI more. Who knows? But you can't go wrong with programming, developer, or security. Those are always going to be in demand, I feel like. Did I pursue a computer science degree? If you're asking me, the answer is no. You don't need too many certifications as long as you have the experience. Yes and no. I mean, sure, don't need too many certifications, but it's always nice to have the different certifications that basically show your potential employers, what you can do. Always a good thing. A lot of times you can get more money with more certifications too. Matthew, still run XP embedded in quite a few systems. Yeah, it's freaking terrible, man. I'm sorry. I feel your pain there too. I'm sorry. Most places want you to have some experience. I know in New Zealand there's not much IT ones out there at least a year. Or you might be messing up. Yeah. So here's the funny thing about like job applications and entry-level jobs in IT. And this is something that I've noticed for quite a few years, and it's really kind of funny, and it's really discouraging for many of you guys out there, is the fact that no matter what, they're always going to put on there a certain level of experience that's required. They'll put on there 1 year of experience required, or 2 years, 4 years, whatever the case is. That's not the case. Like, don't ever look at a job application and think just because, oh, they require experience, you shouldn't apply for it because you don't have experience. No, you need to apply for these jobs because you have no idea what your competition looks like. You have no idea what that business is actually looking for. You could be this person who has no education, has no experience, has no certifications even, right? But you show initiative in some way and somebody sees that, you get a job interview, or your resume just looks impressive for whatever reason. Something happens where you get an interview. It happens all the time. Like, people just get lucky and that type of thing happens. And you could have that perfect kind of just this perfect cultural fit to get into that specific job. And that could have been all that they're looking for. Maybe they think that you're really trainable, and they think that they can teach you everything that you need to know because you seem like you're a fast learner and you seem really interested in this. And I think if Dakota is here still, he could actually kind of give you some insight as well, because I know he was currently studying for his A+ certification, and he got a help desk job. No prior experience, no certifications, no degree. He is now working a help desk job um, for a pretty big, pretty large organization, and it's possible. So it's possible. The whole experience thing is whatever. It's just like any other job requirement that could be on that application. You know, and they might say you need to have like 4 years of experience in VMware or something like that. Well, maybe you don't have 4 years of experience in VMware, but you meet everything else. You know, and then they'll hire you and they'll teach you what you need to know about VMware. So just keep that in mind. Sean, I think I just answered that and my whole big rant right there. If you can get a help desk job with certs and education without experience, uh, definitely get a help desk job with certs and education, hands down. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. When did I get my first computer and what was it? When did I personally get my first computer, or when did my family get our first personal computer that I was able to use? Because we had a super old Mac that I remember when I was a kid. I couldn't tell you what it was at the time. I could not tell you. I wish I could. This was back in, this had to be like 1989 or 1990. I remember this thing. Probably like 89. Just big old Mac. I think it was just like I'm pretty sure it was all just like an all-in-one basically. Something like that. I don't know, man. That's so long ago. 89, that's almost, yeah. God, I should stop talking because I feel so old. Yeah, and then we had like this Toshiba laptop in the early 90s also, and then we had like a Packard Bell. I think that was like the 386 maybe. Yeah, man, I'm like going back. I'm like trying to think about this. Our family has always had computers, so I've been around them my whole life in some aspect. So I remember playing with computers when I was like 5 years old, which would have been 1989. So that's kind of how long I've been around them. So 5 years old, 1989, and we're going on like almost 30 years playing with computers. It's crazy. I feel so old. I hate feeling old. And Dakota did answer that question. Way to go, Dakota. You the man. Uh, the pro-Russian is definitely right in what he says. He says most companies prefer to hire those with experience rather than the applicant with certifications. Yeah, a lot of jobs out there prefer people with experience because they know that they may not have to train you as much in how a business environment works, which that's something that's like really, really important. If you've never been in a business environment, an enterprise business environment at that, it's so completely different than everything that you've ever seen in your life. You have to take that into mind really, because it's like night and day to what a normal type of computer life would look to you. Things are done so different in a business environment. You say you don't admission in computer and IT field. What can I do? I don't understand what you're asking, Parrish. I'm sorry. Angry Koala just passed the 901 and 902. Congratulations, as well as the Net Plus. Congrats. I was thinking going ahead and scheduling Security Plus, but I was thinking, or perhaps taking the CSENT first. I would definitely go with the Security Plus first, for sure. But it depends. Do you have a job right now? Are you looking to get a job? I don't know what your life looks like. Let me move this over here because it's hard doing this. Yeah, Pro Russian says to all the viewers, always choose the company with innovations. If not, your skills are as good as dead sooner or later, which is very true. There are a lot of companies out there just stuck with not being able to progress with technologies and things like that. Hospitals are one kind of industry that will progress with the new technologies and things like that because they kind of have to. So that was a lot of fun. School districts, I've worked in school districts for a long time also. They're hit or miss. I've worked at a couple of school districts that were just dead broke. So it was just a lot of old crap. And then I worked at one school district that was just ridiculous. I mean, they had everything top of the line, everything new every single year. They had money. So, big difference. Let's see. You remember Packard Bell? Yeah, Packard Bell is like friggin', that's old school. Yeah, soft skills are very big. So Pro Russian, the A+ certification is one of the most requested certifications out there for entry-level work. Meaning that if you get your A+ certification, you have a better chance of landing a job than not having an A+ certification, not having experience or education. A+ certification is absolutely something that people should look into if they're wanting to get into IT. So like I can pull up Indeed.com right now, and there's going to be at least over 7,000 jobs out there where companies are asking for the A+ certification. Sucks relive because the closest place to any IT job is at least an hour away. Yeah, you run into that a lot, depending on where you're at in the country. There should be a practical business environment VLab cert. I agree with you 100% on that, and I wish more of these e-learning platforms that are out there would look into producing some content that is introducing people to an enterprise environment. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Maybe that's something I need to do. Should a cloud beginner choose AWS or Azure? It depends, you know. It really, there's a difference, but at the end of the day, like, there's not a difference. It's just, it's hit or miss, man. I don't know. You could pick whatever you want. They're both growing in popularity. They're both growing. They're both doing a lot of different things. Let's see. Still reading. Any suggestions for someone just recently trying to get into cybersecurity policy from a non-related career? Yeah, I would start reading a lot of different blogs and stuff out there that relate to this. I can't think any off the top of my head. There's a really good podcast, Security Weekly. They're on YouTube as well. Security Weekly. Look into them. They'll give you a lot of information. Look at the Security Plus though. It's good. It's good help. But you're looking at policy, so it's a little bit different. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of jobs out there. A lot of jobs out there require the A+. It's a thing. Currently studying your CCNA, should you switch to A+? No, I wouldn't necessarily switch to A+. If you're already going for the CCNA, you could be okay. Are degrees important? There are jobs out there that require that you have a degree. So you could miss out on a really good job that you would have been a perfect fit for just because you don't have a degree. That's like the biggest caveat in this industry with having degrees. Degrees versus certifications versus experience. You know, there's just jobs out there that require you have a degree, and you will get completely looked over just because you don't have a degree. There's a lot of jobs out there that don't even care that you don't have a degree. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Pro Russian. So this channel, IT Career Questions, is to help people who have questions about the field. If I can help them, I'm going to help them, and they don't necessarily have to Google it. Google, of course, is encouraged, but the whole point of this is to engage with people and help them in any way that I possibly can. So if they have questions that they could have very well Googled, that's quite all right. Let's see. Hospitals here want degrees and certs. Yeah, so here's a good story about a hospital and a degree versus a certification, or a degree versus experience in my case. There's 2 hospitals in my area, and these hospitals are about 15 minutes from each other. And in my area, if you look at like a 30-mile radius from where I'm at right now, there's probably 40,000 people, maybe 40,000 people in a 30-mile radius of me. And there's 2 hospitals in that area. The first hospital that I interviewed for, interview went great, but they didn't pick me because I didn't have a degree, and they picked somebody else who did have a degree. The other hospital that I interviewed at, again, went great. I got that job. I was there for almost 4 years. So the one of these hospitals cared a little bit more about a degree, and this other hospital didn't necessarily care about it. They cared about my experience. That's what got me the job. Pro Russian is just, I don't know, he's salty about something. They're just trying to help people. Is having PHP SQL knowledge beneficial towards cybersecurity? It can be, depending on that path of cybersecurity that you're looking to get into. You know, if you're looking to be more so security related on the web side of things, then yeah, I think SQL for sure is something that you should be at least looking into. PHP is still widely used a lot, but it's hard to say. You know, it's something you should probably have fundamental knowledge of if you're looking to get down that security field, again, on the web side of it, on the web side of things there. Local casinos where Angry Koala's at will not look at your resume if you don't have the A+. It's policy for their IT hiring. Yeah, and actually, you know, there are a lot of jobs out there who will require that you have the A+, and they'll put even a lot of times in that application, you have to have the A+, or, you know, if you get hired, you have to achieve the A+ in X amount of time. There's a lot of jobs out there that do something like that. They will hire you even though you don't have the A+, but you are required to get it while you are working at that company. And that kind of thing is really cool when they give you that option. I always love when I see that. You know, that's just something cool that, you know, companies just understand that not everybody might have the certification, but they will hire you. They'll give you a shot. But, you know, make sure that in like 60, 90 days time, you get your A+ certification, or else you're going out the door. What's the differences working in enterprises or bigger companies compared to other work environments? So enterprises definitely, there's a lot more going on in an enterprise business environment. And a lot of times when I think of, or a lot of people think of like an enterprise environment, they do have a lot more structure. There's probably a lot more people working there in most cases. There's going to be a lot more policies involved. The way that their infrastructure is just developed as a whole is going to be much different from just kind of like a regular business. You know, regular business might be really lax on their policies. They may not have, you know, the best protocols for help desk for their network and network administrators, their sysadmins, things like that. You would kind of see, and I wish I should take the time and actually do a video where I talk about this so that I can actually list out a lot of the differences that you will see in an enterprise environment versus kind of like a regular business. It's actually a really good idea for a video. So I should probably plan that out. So let me not answer that entirely, because I would actually really like to plan a video out for that, because I think that would be a very beneficial, informative video. Yeah, I'm just here trying to help people. That's the only reason why I'm here. You know, if I can help you guys, that's what I'm going to do. So I appreciate you guys coming here. I appreciate that you guys, ask me for help. And there's a lot of questions, and I've said this before. There's a lot of things that you guys ask me that I have no idea what the answer is. I could not tell you. And that's kind of the thing about, here's two parts to this. So that's like the thing about being in IT. You're not going to know everything. Nobody in the IT field knows everything about the entire field, right? So there's tons of questions that I just don't know. And the second part to that is I always try to bring some people on who can help answer those types of questions and who have a different background in the IT field than I do. So they can give you these types of answers that I don't know about. I can bring on a network engineer and he can answer these, networking questions for you that I couldn't answer on an engineer level. I can bring in a security professional. Well, I've worked a little bit of security, but I wouldn't say by any means I'm a professional. So if I can bring a security professional in, he can answer your types of security questions, But of course, in the security side of things, there's all these different like niches, basically. It's crazy that this field is so huge and there's so much going on in it. There's so much knowledge to be had here. Slot techs at the casino at work recommend and have their A+. Yeah. How can programmers with deep knowledge in data structure and algorithm get involved in IT? Well, what part of IT are you looking to get involved in? What is it that you're looking to do? Because IT is a broad term if you really think about it. CompTIA certifications or Cisco, it depends on your level. Depends on what you're looking to do. They all kind of vary. Shadow, if you left already, I'm sorry, but thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys being here and participating and stuff. Dakota, you're a great person. Taz, it says that you retracted your message, but hello, Taz. Thank you for joining. Sean, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm here to help any way that I can. Enough, though, some users expect IT to know everything. Oh, yeah. End users always expect somebody working in IT to know everything about IT. That's just a given. End users they're funny. They're a funny group of people. Which is best to go with, Cisco or Microsoft? That depends the path that you want to take. Though if you think about it, Cisco and Microsoft are two completely different beasts. What were my duties working in the school environment versus the hospital setting? Man, Corey, that is a great question. And that'd be a great question for like an actual video, again, where I kind of list the things. It's not that I don't want to answer you, because I want to answer you, so I'll try to answer that briefly in a way. The big difference between most of the school districts and the hospital that I worked at is the fact that at the hospital, it's much more serious. And I've done a video actually talking kind of about this, where working in IT can change lives. It can save lives. It can, help people and things like that. Working in IT for a hospital, I may not directly be involved with a patient, with saving a patient's life or, hands-on with a patient, right? But working on the back end in the IT department, some of the different systems will affect the outcome of the patient's care. So whether that's, making sure that our X-ray images are. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. That was so loud. Whew. Sorry. Thank you, Dakota. Wow, that was so loud in these headphones. I gotta turn this thing down. Oh my god. Oh, that was so loud. I'm sorry. I forgot where I was. So yeah, we have to make sure that the images for X-rays are flowing everywhere they need to go. So you get emergency person comes in, they broke numerous bones in their body. You get an X-ray done. Well, that X-ray has to be then, transferred over to some of the different systems. Well, if one of those systems is down, you're going to run into an issue there. And then you have to kind of go back to, getting that x-ray actually like printed out so you can look at it. That stuff takes time. And this could be like a crucial case where, this person is in really bad shape. They really need to know what their insides look like. And, sometimes it actually does take time now to get that printout of the x-ray because so many people are not used to doing that. So that's just kind of like one thing right there. But there is a big difference with the way things are handled. I would say hospitals are much more of an enterprise environment than a school district. So there's a lot more policies involved, a lot more structure involved. So I'll do a video on that because that'd be kind of fun to list all the differences out and things like that. Because there could be many ways to take that instead of like hospital versus a school district. Angry Koala heard somewhere that IBM put out a statement that by 2021 there will be a shortage of over 1 million cybersecurity positions. I don't know that I've heard that over 1 million, maybe it was. I know that there's going to be a lot of open cybersecurity positions for sure. That is one area that, just quite frankly, many businesses have not put major focus on. And now they're starting to. Now there's many organizations that are going to keep moving forward on getting their security team developed. And that's, yeah, I could totally see. I don't know about 1 million, maybe 1 million. 1 million just seems like so many. But there's definitely going to be a lot of need for security professionals, for sure. I mean, you can look and read every single day that there's a new breach or a new exploit was found and this, that, and the other. So definitely needed. Blue, you're welcome for the advice. I'm trying to catch up with all this stuff. Sean Casey, you're wanting to get into security. Your degree is in CIS with a concentration with cybersecurity. Well, you'll do good. Taz Brown, what's up, Taz Brown? Oh, the kettle stopped working. Can you fix it? Yeah, we were supposed to fix everything. If something plugs in, if something has power, right? Something has power, like an electrical cord, whatever, plugs into something. When you work in IT, many times you will find that you should know about this. It plugs in. It's like, it's whatever, I've seen this so many times. I'm trying to think of like an instance where I ran into it where it just drove me crazy. But yeah, you'll run across that working in IT where people are just going to expect that you know everything about some of the dumbest things, and it's the way it goes. Have I ever worked with logical controllers? I have not. I know that in some of the businesses that I've worked at, they had logical controllers. That was a long time ago, though. I feel like no, maybe not. I feel like the hospital had some, but yeah, I've never dealt with them personally. Dakota just got a help desk job with his good looks. That's how Dakota got a job. To Mafia, they use PLCs. I mean, is server good or the network line good? They're both good, and they're both like highly required to work to have a functioning environment. Your health board gets attacked 27 times a minute. That's crazy. Crypto, when do you get to play Project Ares? I'm glad you asked that. So Project Ares, I'm working with them to try to get something put together so that you guys can play it. We're in the works of making things happen. I'm really excited about it. I can't say much about it, but make sure that you guys fill out the form. There's a link in the description, merch link in bio, and I'll get back to you. We'll give you information as soon as I'm able to, but I'll definitely be emailing you. Yeah, companies are definitely understanding the risk of not being prepared. That's for sure. For sure. Mafia, yeah. I would always refer them to our plan ops department. I'm like, you got to call plan ops about that. I don't know. Everyone there is laughing about your good looks. Thank you again, Dakota. You don't have to do that, sir, but I appreciate that. They should be laughing about your good looks because your face is pretty funny. Oh, dang. Shots fired. What's going on, Reza? How you doing? Oh my gosh, it's already 1:21. We've been streaming for almost an hour. Whew. I actually have to get going here soon because I have a photo booth event tonight that I got to start getting ready for. So we'll probably end this in the next couple of minutes. After you get your A+, where should you go from there? Where do you want to go? I can't answer that question because I don't know where you want to go. I don't know what part of the field you want to get into. I don't know what you're most interested in. Mafia Boy, where the heck are you? 7:21 p.m., so you're overseas. No idea where the heck you could be. You're new to tech, so can I please explain the term IT and how it is different from computer science? IT is information technology, and computer science. So IT is more of, think of IT, if you're thinking about it in these terms where you're comparing it to computer science, think of IT as more of an infrastructure type of a knowledge, whatever. Think of it more of infrastructure. Computer science is more, you're going to learn some of the same things that you would learn with that IT type of, path. But computer science, you tend to learn a little bit more programming, things like that. You'll learn a little bit more policy type of things. But if you're really comparing IT to computer science in a education setting, where you're going to college and your path is either IT or computer science, they're going to list it all out. Every college is kind of different with what their offerings are, though. So, Angry Qual, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm here to help. You want to focus on security, Sean, so get your Security Plus. How many hours should one practice a day when wanting a job in IT or cybersecurity? Oh, man. That's a great question. Great question, because it really depends on how well you learn things, what you are learning from. So meaning what different tools and environments that you're learning from. Are you just reading books? Are you watching YouTube stuff? Are you signed up with one of the e-learning platforms? It really depends. Like, quite honestly, it's all on you. And when people ask me, like, how long they should study or how long it does it take to get a certification, well, how long does it take you to learn things? Do you have to go over things over and over again because you didn't retain it all? Did you forget? Things like that. Like, for me, like, sometimes I have to go back and go over some of the different parts of courses that I just wasn't necessarily comfortable with after going past it, and I just go back and get that information all over again because I didn't retain it. That happens to me a lot. So I tend to write things down very, very often. I've been getting really good at identifying the different things that I think I'll forget, or I think that I don't have a good grasp on. I'll make sure that I write that stuff down. And Taz Brown, yeah, more software with computer science for sure. Lab every day for sure. Hashtag lab every day, guys. Make sure you do that. But you have to hashtag lab every day, or else it doesn't count. Can you hack NASA with HTML? I mean, yeah, I'm just going to say yes, you can. Totally. You can totally hack NASA with HTML all day, every day. Good luck with that. Let me know how that goes for you. Thank you. Is there anywhere you could practice security type things? So Professor Messer on the YouTube, he has probably a few different series by now with the Security Plus. Great resource, free resource, Professor Messer. Yeah, it's got Security Plus with all that mumbo jumbo. There's books out there for the Security Plus, and then there's e-learning platforms. There's a plethora of e-learning platforms out there that offer Security Plus types of training. It just depends on, in what way you learn the best. If you're looking for e-learning platforms, there's Skillsoft, IT Pro TV, Pluralsight, CBT Nuggets. I don't think Linux Academy has the Security Plus on there. I know they have other CompTIA certs on there that they do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that. But yeah, there's a lot of different things out there. Kali for penetration testing. Woo-hoo. Oh, Taz, you'll appreciate this. Look at that. Woo. I got this like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, and I just put it together last night. Like just last night, put this bad boy together. I'm super happy and pumped up about this. I got so excited when I turned it on, and it was like, oh, we're installing Linux. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. This is so sick. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this thing, I hope. Yeah, if you've been watching Professor Messer for your A+ stuff, look at his Security Plus stuff. You're in Toronto, and you need guys like me around for sure answering questions, and also the mental aspect of just giving that motivation. Yeah, I try to be everywhere. That's what YouTube's for. I can reach the entire world. So trying to reach everybody and trying to help everybody as much as I possibly can. For CompTIA certs, you recommend ExamCram? All right, I'll have to check them out. I have not heard of them. Maybe I've seen them before. Maybe I don't know. Oh, you're from the UK. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was wondering because you said it was like 7:21 or whatever it was at the time. And that's, quite a few hours ahead of me. Yes. One question, ethical hacking feature scope. I don't know, word that a little bit differently. What do you want to know about ethical hacking? There's a lot of information out there about ethical hacking. I can't give you much information at all about ethical hacking, though. Reaching New Zealand? Heck yeah. What's up, New Zealand? I get amazed. Sometimes I look at the analytics of on YouTube, and I kind of look and see like where like traffic is coming from and stuff like that. And it's just so crazy that that there's just people from all over the world looking at my stuff. And then like just yesterday, like 2 days ago, yeah, I looked, and you could see like your watch time minutes over the last 30 days. So over the last 30 days, like 750,000 minutes have been watched of my videos, which equals out to like, oh gosh, what was it? A ridiculous amount of days. Let's see. Let's do 750,000 minutes to days. 520 days. Oh man, get out of here, Siri. Yeah. So in 28 days time, people have been watching 528 days worth of my videos, which is just insane to me. It's crazy. 520 days of video content consumed in 28 days. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. It's crazy. But anyway, enough about that. Nobody cares about that. I do care about that, but I know you guys don't care about that. Yeah, Taz is answering all the good questions. If you guys want to learn more about capture the flag and cybersecurity and stuff like that, make sure you tune in Tuesday to the live stream event in Las Vegas, because that's going to be fun. You're going to learn a lot of information about some of this stuff. Be real with you. Project Aries. How do you get your hands on it? So, the real deal. the real story of what I can tell you about Project Aries and how you can get your hands on it is I can't tell you. I'm just kidding. I can't tell you. So if you go to the Circadians website, you can email them, you can call them, and you can get your hands on it. You can definitely get your hands on it, but you have to call them or email them. And if you wait, I'm trying to work something out with Circadians and Project Aries so we can make some fun things happen. But if you really want to get your hands on Project Aries right now, I don't know if you'd be able to get it, like get instant access, because they have to set some stuff up. But if you want to get into Project Aries sooner rather than later, you can call them. So that's the real deal. The real deal in Evander Holyfield. That's how you get Project Aries. The live stream will be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right? Pacific Standard Time? I gotta make sure. Is Las Vegas in Pacific Standard Time? I don't know. I've never been there. Is Las Vegas Pacific Time? That's funny. I love Google. You know exactly what I'm saying. Let's see. Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. Cool. I was right. So yeah, live stream will be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys are from India? Oh, you are from India. Same person, sorry. That's crazy. India. Do they charge? Does Circadians charge for Project Aries? Is that what you're asking? If you're asking if Circadians charges for Project Aries, yes, they do. There is a fee involved there. But you have to call them and talk to them about that. Google is always listening. I'm cool with Google listening. If Google can make things easier for me, I'm perfectly okay with that. I got nothing to hide, right? I mean, as far as you know. Just kidding. I love that Google makes things easy for me. Google Chrome is like the best thing invented. I love that. No matter what computer I'm on, and I have multitudes of computers, pull up Google Chrome, I got all my favorites. It's like, perfect. I got my bookmarks bar up there. We're peachy keen. But anyway, I think I got to get going because I need to get the photo booth packed into my truck. I got it all set up, ready to go. So I got to go to a wedding tonight to do my photo booth gig. So yeah, gotta get ready for that. I gotta take a shower. I got things to do today. I got stuff to do today. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys for joining and chatting and interacting with me, and thank you guys for the super chats. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I'm here to help you guys, so as long as I can continue to help you, I will continue to be here on the YouTubes, hanging out, talking with you guys, helping you out in any way I can. So you are welcome for the help, and I hope everybody has a great and fantastic day. Lab every day. Make sure you lab every day. That's important. Learn something new every day, and stay out of trouble. Especially for all you youngins who are watching this, stay out of trouble. Don't do anything stupid. Keep your social media clean. Don't be posting pictures of you guys doing beer bongs and stuff. You know, if you do post pictures of you guys doing beer bongs, make sure you're not tagged in it. Make sure it's private. Make sure nobody can see it. Highly suggested that you don't have pictures of you doing beer bongs on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I'm going to be doing a video on that very, very soon because I saw some stuff the other day. And yeah, anyway, we'll have a video about that. But anyway, yeah, sorry. I got to go. And you guys have a great day. Thank you again. Take it easy.